His rise was improbable and then unstoppable.
Tonight, against all odds, we have grasped it. The future is in our hands.
The young man from Queens, just 34 years old, turning politics on its head.
My friends, we have toppled a political dynasty.
Zohran Mamdani, the new mayor of New York City. A man with a message who galvanised the city that never sleeps.
Hear me, President Trump, when I say this. To get to any of us, you will have to get through all of us.
The Big Apple, hub of powerful power brokers, of billionaires. It's the financial capital of the world, the beating heart of capitalism, and it's to be led by a self-described democratic socialist.
Are you a communist?
No, I am not. I call myself a democratic socialist, in many ways inspired by the words of Dr. King from decades ago, who said, call it democracy or call it democratic socialism, there has to be a better distribution of wealth.
Zohran Mamdani's politics are far left, but his message is one of progressive change, pledging to be a champion of the people to make a more affordable New York.
Working people are being pushed out of the city they built. A mayor could change this, and that's why I'm running.
Ultimately, what began as a grassroots campaign stormed towards an extraordinary political upset, a meteoric rise from the Muslim democratic socialist that sent shockwaves through America.
My friends, we have done it. I will be your Democratic nominee for the mayor of New York City.
Zohran Mamdani was born in 1991 in Uganda to parents of Indian descent. The family moved to New York City when he was 7 years old. His mother, Academy Award-nominated filmmaker Mira Nair. His father, Ivy League University professor Mahmoud Mamdani. As a kid, he loved sports, playing cricket with the local Ugandan league, and he adored football. From a young age, he had an eye on the prize.
We were 2 goals down, we came back 3 in the second half. So we're just, resolute, and we got that goal again. And I think we can make it to playoffs.
Zohran saw school through New York's public system, the Bronx High, and he received a bachelor's degree from Bowdoin College in Maine, majoring in Africana studies.
He's someone who can take unpopular positions, but not annoy everybody. I mean, people would disagree with it, but they're not good. He's kind of magnetic, and so he's a great person to do that, to sometimes stake out a hard place in a conversation.
He's a one-time rapper too. Mamdani had an alter ego, Young Cardamom, celebrating his global roots through lyrics. His music intersected with film in 2016 when he worked alongside his renowned director mother as music supervisor on the film Queen of Katwe.
I actually created a playlist for Mira, who also happens to be my mother. Nepotism and hard work goes a long way.
Mamdani's decision to foray into politics came in 2019, the musician announcing on social media, "I'm taking a break to answer the question of what happens when a B-list rapper runs for office." That answer came. He was elected to the New York Assembly, and just days after his 30th birthday, Zohran Mamdani began what would become the first of many political statements.
Sometimes it takes ordinary people and elected officials coming together to showcase the consequences of the policies this city deems acceptable.
The budding politician joining New York cabbies in a hunger strike, demanding debt relief for drivers who faced financial ruin.
So it's important for us as legislators to bring to light what it is that people are suffering from out of view of those in the political elite and bring it right front and center in front of City Hall.
After 15 days came a deal. A win for cabbies and a political victory for Mamdani. Those very drivers he stood side by side with would become a dedicated force in his future campaigns. Then, in October 2024, came the long shot bid. Mamdani launching his campaign for mayor of New York City.
Working people are being pushed out of the city they built. A mayor could change this, and that's why I'm running.
A slick video, but as a mayoral candidate, he was largely unknown. The charismatic millennial leaned into social media and he began turning heads.
Elected officials in this city can sell t-shirts calling for my deportation without any fear of accountability. More than 1 million Muslims in this city existing all while being made to feel as if we are guests in our own home. No more.
A young outsider taking on the establishment, and from day one, his message never wavered. America's biggest city had become America's most expensive. It was time for change, and affordability became the platform on which he would run.
मैं हमारे शहर को affordable बनाऊंगा. न्यूयॉर्कर्स मुश्किल से अफोर्ड कर रहे हैं रोटी, कपड़ा और मकान. मैं ये सब बदलने के लिए लड़ रहा हूँ.
Free buses, he pledged, and universal childcare. For a city feeling the squeeze, rent stability too.
I'm freezing. Your rent as the next mayor of New York City. Let's plunge into the details.
Bold ideas budgeted through a plan to tax New York's wealthiest residents. His critics called it unrealistic.
I get a good belly laugh every time I hear you say free fare in the subways. Half the people don't pay anyway. How about fair enforcement?
Socialist sounds nice, utopia. Socialism hasn't worked anywhere. Venezuela had socialism, didn't work. Cuba was socialist, didn't work. Socialism is not going to work for New York City.
He had next to no profile and secured just 1% in the polls. Mamdani, the candidate who most people hadn't heard of and whose name his competitors struggled to pronounce.
Zohran.
Mr. Mamdani.
Mamdani.
And Mamdani, whatever the hell his name is.
The name is Mamdani. M-A-M-D-A-N-I. You should learn how to say it because we got to get it right.
That became a rallying cry.
The name is Mamdani. M-A-M-D-A-N-I. The name is Mamdani.
As his social media-fueled profile grew, so did his fierce rivalry with competitor Andrew Cuomo, the former New York governor who was forced to resign amid sexual harassment allegations, became Mamdani's biggest competitor.
What do you say to the 13 women that you sexually harassed?
He's never dealt with the city council. He's never dealt with the Congress. He's never dealt with the state legislature. He's never negotiated with the union.
I will not be a mayor like Mayor Adams who will call you to figure out how to stay out of jail. I won't be a disgraced governor like Andrew Cuomo who will call you to ask how to win this election. I can do those things on my own. I will, however, be a mayor who's ready to speak at any time to lower the cost of living.
Zohran Mamdani's political ascent was extraordinary, and it captured the attention of US President Donald Trump. Gaining that recognition of one of New York's most famous residents and the most powerful man in the world only served to boost Mamdani's profile even higher.
Zohran Mamdani, 34-year-old Democratic socialist. He's the front
Communist, not socialist, communist. He's
Some-
far worse than a socialist.
Some people have compared him to a left-wing version of you, charismatic, breaking the old rules. What do you think about that?
Well, I think I'm a much better looking person than him, right?
If anyone can show a nation betrayed by Donald Trump how to defeat him, it is the city that gave rise to him. And if there is any way to terrify a despot, it is by dismantling the very conditions that allowed him to accumulate power.
We have a fascist in the White House, and we have a communist running the city. It's a bad combination.
I voted for Zohran Mamdani.
I think if he has the backing of the city, that will help him stand up to Donald Trump.
By polling day, the writing was on the wall, and as the ballots closed on November 4th, the history books were rewritten. New York City with a new mayor, the first Muslim, the first of South Asian descent, the first African-born, the second youngest on record. Zohran Mamdani had defied the odds and so much more. America's biggest city, delivering a temperature check on the nation.
The sun may have set over our city this evening, but as Eugene Debs once said, I can see the dawn of a better day for humanity.
Never before had a mayor race captured the attention of the world.
For me, it is a very inspirational story.
I couldn't believe it because I was looking back at the times we were hanging out with him. I felt really inspired that somebody like him could rise to the levels of political office that he has done and in the way that he has done it.
Congratulate the city of New York. They had a clear choice at this election. They've chosen hope over fear. They've chosen unity over division.
It's just different views and different opinions that are going to come out, hopefully, with somebody as young and just more in tune with the younger generation.
And this is about saying let's lower people's bills and tax multimillionaires and billionaires. And crucially, this has all been done while showing absolute solidarity to migrants, to trans people, to people with disabilities.
Yeah, what's going on in New York could be very bad for that, I don't know.
It reflects a great uprising among the younger generation of the United States, including Jewish young generation, against political and social injustice.
The people of New York came together and we said, you don't threaten New York.
I really think that a new, fresh face is really what the city needs.
And the attention of the White House.
So Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up.
Donald Trump branded Zohran Mamdani a communist and vowed political retribution. So when the US president invited New York's new mayor here to the White House days after his election victory, it caught everyone by surprise that the expected political showdown was instead a warm meeting heaped with praise.
Congratulations, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. We're going to be helping him to make everybody's dream come true.
Appreciated the time with the president. I appreciated the conversation.
Side by side in the Oval Office, the Republican president, who had labelled his new guest a communist, and the Democratic Socialist mayor, who'd called Trump a despot and a fascist.
Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about...
That's okay, you can just say yes.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's easier. It's easier than explaining it. I don't mind.
But through handshakes and happy snaps, all was forgiven. For now.
I expect to be helping him, not hurting him.
Zohran Mamdani's next stop is City Hall.
In the coming months, I and my team will build a city hall capable of delivering on the promises of this campaign. We will form an administration that is in equal parts capable and compassionate, driven by integrity, and willing to work just as hard as the millions of New Yorkers who call this city home.
For the man of so many firsts who ran a flawless campaign, his next test is running New York.